That's how good OpTic have been so far. That's how flawless they've been on this elimination bracket run as we are underway. Snipers galore. Can Torlik be the one that just elevates TSM and gives them something, some form of life in this series? Gives the fans something to believe in that maybe you can take down OpTic, maybe you can get back into this series.
Druk utilizing the overshield. Fortunately though, teammates are falling down around him and now he's isolated. All 4 guns it seemed from OpTic Gaming were pointed in his direction. Such was the communication, such was the threat he posed in the armory. TSM's threat has been dealt with here. And now OpTic Gaming can push forward themselves. They've got a couple of sniper rifles to play with. And you know, when I say play with it, Dan, that means nothing but pain for TSM.
Yeah, I think TSM maybe will be a bit frustrated that they weren't able to capitalize on having both sniper rifles there. And if it was me going against OpTic and I was able to gain their snipe, I would certainly be wasting that ammo. Even the very best do it against their greatest enemies in opposition because they know it's so deadly in their hands as Formal just sends that bomb towards the base. TSM on the back foot a little bit. OpTic are able to get some kills their way, but there is a good position from Druk. Really have to manipulate the map in a certain way here to try and just have the elevation over your opponents to get the jump on them.
The bomb has been juggled, been pushed forward. Legend and Bound are in the respawn screen, so numbers advantage now favoring TSM. Manny gets another kill. Formal will equal the odds. Bound's coming off the respawn. Manny reluctant to push this bomb up the steps and hesitating just a touch.
I've seen that a few times from TSM where they'll throw a grenade prematurely when actually they could probably just get the kill with the bandit. And they find themselves getting caught with their pants down a little bit because they're in the grenade animation. Just little tiny mistakes here and there.
Many nuances to Halo. You think if you just keep your bandit up, you can keep putting damage down, but when you're in that grenade animation, like Dan rightfully says, you just take damage for free, particularly if that grenade's not going to find its intended target. Druk gets another overshield, but did he really? Because it's completely gone.
OpTic just all calling him out and making sure that overshield does not get away. Overshield depleted, and overshield not going to be a part of this next passenger play. We do know that bomb on Fortress can be very, like a big stalemate at times between two teams, as it's difficult to get the bomb across. Very heavy, the bomb as well. You try and juggle it, but it does take some time to get it all the way across to the other side of the map. So you might have had 4 dead, start moving the bomb, but everyone's up before you've even got there. It does require multiple rounds of slays before you can actually get an arm.
It can be a grueler, but again, the bomb's on the move. Torlik pressuring the spawns now. Tosses the sniper off the map. We don't mind that.
Taken.
Again, OpTic Gaming, anytime they lose that first wave of slays, they play defense, they clear TSM out.
Chance maybe to arm this one though. You can see Legend was moving it. But it does get reset, gets tossed off, so we'll just be right back to square one for these two. You'll see a lot of that this game, of when that bomb does get into the danger area, just trying to take it to somewhere where you can toss it off quickly. Even if you are behind, even if you are struggling on slays.
Bomb now starting to move the wrong way if you're a TSM fan. A couple of kills will relieve a little bit of pressure though. Soul Snipe gets another. Legend down towards Arches. He'll be loving it. Right now, you know the next bomb plan's going to be so pivotal in this series. You feel TSM have got to get it. And hope and pray they can hold on to the lead. Because if OpTic Gaming get the first plant, Dan, the world is their oyster. They can play it any which way they want.
Yeah, this will be series over if they get the first plant. I think we know that. TSM had overshield for a second there, but OpTic were just waiting for them. Ambushing them from above. TSM just sadly walked into so much gunfire from OpTic Gaming that the overshield was once again negated. It's a good game plan from OpTic, to be honest. They're not throwing too much resources towards getting the overshield and then taking a fight and then going 3 or 4 down. Instead, they're just making sure they call out the overshield because you can deplete it so fast as long as at least 2 of you are looking at it.
There's 2 ways to look at this as well. Is that TSM playing very well here. They're getting the bomb into OpTic Gaming's base consistently. The issue is, when they do, they don't even look like they can get the plant. And you know if the script flips, OpTic Gaming will punish them. It will be clinical. TSM have got to find a way to get the bomb in that zone and start putting some plants in. But 3 go down for them. And again, we're going to have this stalemate. Talk about grueling, how grueling this bomb on Fortress can be. Just takes stamina, it takes resilience. TSM are going to have to show that in abundance.
Really have to brute force your way into the enemy base. Maybe that's what OpTic are going to try and do here. They're going to go for a little slight different approach, moving the bomb on the right-hand side towards their opposition tower. 3 are going to be dead on the side of TSM. But OpTic aren't going to be able to arm it here. They have to make sure they slay once more, because you can already see Manny off spawn takes down bound.
It's always difficult to bring the bomb in on the snipe side as well. The armory spawn is usually the preferred place to block. But Legend and Formal and Bound keep getting kills. They're making this work. Renegade gets another. Legend, though, he brought the bomb front base. Like you say, that thing's heavy. Takes a while to move. Takes a while to shift. But an overshield now for Bound. The bomb is being armed. We spoke about how clinical they can be. 2 go down for TSM. Bound's moving in now. Manny in the spiral staircase. He should get taken care of, and does. Danger not cleared now for TSM. Still a lot of work to do. Talik trying to close distance, will get the kill and doesn't get traded. But the problem is, he's the last man alive for his team now. Only for a moment though.
This is going to be the best chance for OpTic Gaming. They've got 3 dead several times here. They're very firmly in the base of TSM. A little bit like rugby, to be honest. Passing the bomb back, someone else grabs it, and then someone grabs it again, but I think the bomb just reset.
Objective incoming.
So even though OpTic were certainly in the ascendancy there and tried as they might to get into the TSM base, you can really see when one team just backs off and plays defense, it's so hard to get that arm.
Continue to slay out for Talik, double kill.
Remaining.
We're on this map of mode, and we're always seeing a siege. In my mind, I just get Lord of the Rings music in my head. Din, 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 din. We're just waiting for one player to run in with the bomb and explode. Open this game completely up.
Take him down, Legolas!
2 go down for OpTic Gaming. And again, Halo being played on the right side of the court. You're a TSM fan. Another round of slay is required though. Bomb still hasn't been moved, but slow snipe getting comfortable behind enemy lines. Down in the basement. Engagements happening around bottom middle. TSM getting the better of it again. Just need to get their hands on the bomb. 4 minutes on the clock now. They look the more dangerous. They are threatening more. That's good for TSM.
However, I will say that TSM, how many times can you kind of put your back to the wall and defend when OpTic do start to gain control here? All it takes is that 1-4 dead at exactly the same time for OpTic to truly set up around your base, and you feel like this game's going to be over. So TSM almost need to make sure they are sending one player around as like a flanker at all times. Otherwise, you are just going to fall into that same trap from OpTic Gaming. Someone to disrupt what OpTic are trying to set up. 3 dead again for TSM. But again, not the worst thing. Just having that one player to survive to give the question mark to OpTic Gaming as where are they? So they start to look for them. Druck now goes down. Manny was alive. Formal gets shut down as well. Bomb gets thrown back out. TSM are defending again here.
Bomb down in the courtyard. 3 members are down for a moment for TSM as well. Bounds in the basement. He gets cleared out again. OpTic Gaming now starting to pose a little bit more of a threat. They're starting to ask a few more questions. They're starting to turn the screw.
So many grenades just being tossed towards that planting area as well. And the sniper now in the hands of Manny. It looks like TSM have been able to hold off yet another push here, but the bomb is still in a dangerous area. Remember, they can just wait 10 seconds and it will reset. Manny arguably doesn't even need to toss this one out because it could be risky, could be putting his life in jeopardy.
Bomb reset.
There you go, another reset. 2 minutes and 38 left on the clock here. TSM are holding on right now, not just to this game, but to this tournament.
2 members of OpTic Gaming converge after Legend lost his life to the sniper rifle player. Manny goes down. The 1v1 here, it's not pretty between Bound and Druck. Both opting to stay alive for now. We're going to re-engage. Druck hoping his teammates would help, and they did. They made sure Bound didn't get his shields back. 1 ticket damage was enough just to stop the recharge. Renegade closed the distance over towards the basement as well. Bomb is still down in a neutral position though. It's Druck now that can have a heavy influence on what way this next few moments start to swing. Now we head to the final 2 minutes mark. One bomb plant should be enough here.
Legend does fall. Druck is in a pretty advanced position here, but needs to stay alive and needs help. Overshield's just popped as well. Looks like TSM were able to grab it, and now they can maybe start moving this bomb, but you can see Formal's in a position to be a nuisance, but he also falls. This is going to be TSM's best opportunity to take some control.
Here they come then. The siege tactics being deployed once more. But again, OpTic Gaming hold the line. 2 go down for TSM every single time. OpTic are put in that position. They get the opening pick, they get the double kill, then they push themselves back out again.
Well, TSM have thrown everything at that one, and now OpTic Gaming are going to wrestle back control and start to move this bomb as well. Bomb gets passed off between them. And they know they need to focus on Slaves, but again, it's Soul Snipe who's able to get behind enemy lines, but Renegade's also going to be there for a double of his own.
Renegade needs to be shut down. Currently sitting at 21, 10, and 18. Pretty consistent game from him. Formal gets a kill on Talik elsewhere, and now, see the play call has been, Renegade's trying to get behind enemy lines. Be a nuisance. Be a real issue, a thorn in the side. Make TSM turn around. Starting to apply pressure to those spawners now. Manny down to no shields. Pretty routine kill. Make it a double. Perfect shots from Renegade.
30 seconds.
3 go down now. The Renegade Master pushes forward towards the armory. Applying pressure to those fresh spawners once more. Legend's there. This could be the moment. Here and now. Bomb being armed. The fuse is half lit. Dropping in the 1v1 engagement. All 4 dead for TSM. Formal with hands on bomb. It's planted. Kaboom.
That's going to be the game, surely, for OpTic Gaming. The series, the grand final. 14 seconds for TSM to try and push this bomb across. There's not going to be time here.
You give OpTic Gaming a chance. You give them a moment, a sliver of hope. They'll make you pay. They get the bomb plant. They have the overshield. This game is done and dusted. This series is over. A clean sweep on the main stage. 3-0.